Grazia, thank you very much for accepting our invitation. As you know, 2 years ago, Prysmian Group started its journey, its diversity and inclusion journey, that is called Side by Side. So, can you please tell me a bit more about yourself and about your professional path in Airbus?
With great pleasure, and thank you very much for having me. Airbus is a global leader in aerospace, so 130,000 people on more than 180 sites worldwide. And within this company, taking care of helicopters, airplanes, satellites, launchers, unmanned air systems or drones, urban air mobility platforms, I am the Chief Technology Officer, meaning I'm responsible to identify, accelerate, develop, and inject into the products of the future technologies of a very wide-ranging scope. Today, being the first woman at Airbus in 50 years of history to be on the executive committee. Now there's two of us, so as of May we are two.
Do you think that being a woman in a male-dominated industry was a plus or a minus in your career? How do you consider this?
Believe it or not, until a certain point of my career, I didn't even want to consider my gender as part of the equation. It's something I'm born with. Some consider it a superpower, some a disadvantage, but you know, that's the way I am born. I have no credit for it. So I never wanted to consider that in any way and found it even discriminating, or it did irritate me whenever people would talk about quotas and doing special, type of measures to increase the percentage of women in the industry.
And how do you think diversity is able to create value in the organizations?
Fact is, things are just not moving fast enough. The trend may be positive in certain fields, but we're very, very far still from gender parity and giving equal opportunities, right, to the whole world when it comes to certain roles of responsibility. The way I see it is that it's just a luxury we cannot afford anymore. All industries strive for efficiency.
In Prysmian, we are trying to build diversity in terms of gender diversity, of course, and you are here mainly as a role model of gender diversity, but also as cultural and background diversity, which is another very important topic for our technical companies. And how do you contribute to diversity and inclusion in your company?
It was only 3-4 years ago that we put it all into one common framework. So we have an inclusion and diversity steering board as overarching, let's say, initiative encompassing many, many different initiatives running, some at purely local level, some more transverse, targeting, of course, aspects of gender diversity, internationalization. Now more and more LGBT is also becoming a factor we are very much looking into and encouraging. There's a lot of bottom-up type of initiatives. And so with the I&D steering board, we put a frame around it, giving them the freedom to develop and to have their own ideas, but also setting some very high-level KPIs at global company level and making the managers responsible for these. Internationalization is also another important topic, where we're looking, for instance, at having top-level managers mentoring colleagues from other continents. And I think it's fundamental to pass the message that inclusion and diversity is not an HR topic. It is everybody's responsibility, just like quality, and you need, as a manager, to take ownership of it and work hard, because it's not an easy journey.
We are organizing with Grazia these meetings with role models because we want to share other experiences, other vision, other kind of background in terms of diversity and inclusion. We also would like to organize these kind of meetings with role models also in North America, in Latin America, also outside Europe, because it has a completely different perspective also according to the place where you are. So thank you, Grazia, so much for being here today.
My pleasure. Thank you.